Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to this News Now Health Update with Lisa Gibalerio from the Wayside Youth and Family Support Network and coordinator of the Belmont Wellness Coalition. Thanks for joining us, Lisa.
Thank you. Great to be here, Joanna.
Today, we'll be discussing teen dating and relationships. Very good topic. Parents are likely to have many questions concerning this topic with regard to their teens. So let's start with when is it appropriate for kids to begin to date?
Well, it absolutely depends on your kid's maturity. Some feel ready in middle school to start the process, and others won't begin until after college. So I will say, though, that the data reveals that about 50% of our kids are saying that they start to feel ready about 15 or 16.
Oh, really? Okay. Is there a best way for parents to talk with their kids?
There's not a perfect way to have these conversations, but I will share some guidelines. First of all, they should be ongoing conversations, not just one time. If possible, both parents should be talking with their kids. Doesn't have to be at the same time, but it shouldn't just be left to one parent or the other. And so why do we suggest talking with your kids about dating and relationships? And what having these conversations does is it gives parents and kids an opportunity to exchange information, and it gives parents a chance to share their own values. For example, if you want your child to take it slowly in their first relationship, whether that's emotionally or physically, talking will give you a chance to discuss why that's important to you, why you think proceeding slowly has value. So again, relay to your kids accurate information, which otherwise, we know they're going to just be looking to the internet or leaning into their peers. So you can be a source of good information for your kids. And I guess lastly, about talking, I would say that this isn't an opportunity for you to provide a lecture. Again, this is an exchange of thoughts and viewpoints and information.
Okay, so what should parents do if their teen refuses to talk about this with them?
And many do. So I would just validate and say, look, I know this is embarrassing. I know this is uncomfortable. And I'm going to give you, I'll take a minute, we'll pause, but I will be circling back because you can just say, as a parent, I had to teach you how to cross a street when you were 4, how to ride a bike, at some point. I helped you with, driving skills. This is just another area that as your parent, I need to be in communication with you about.
Okay. And if parents discuss concepts such as sexual relationships, consent, and birth control, might this encourage kids to engage in sex?
Yeah, this is a really understandable concern that a lot of parents have. However, I will say in my field, in public health, it has been studied, and the answer is no. It does not green light. It does not give, it does not suggest that kids do these things. It simply just is an opportunity to provide accurate and reliable information so that your kids make more thoughtful decisions.
Okay. And is it okay for parents to put some boundaries in place around dating?
Yeah, definitely. Some families have rules around, age, like no serious relationship before ninth grade. Other families will say that the partner cannot be at the house when the caregivers are not home. And I've heard some say, bedroom is off limits. So yeah, again, talk with your kids about these boundaries, explain where they're coming from. But sure, you can certainly put some boundaries in place.
Okay. Should parents broach the topic of negative dating experiences?
Yeah, that's a great question, and the answer is yes. I think the data show that 1 out of 4 teens will experience some type of abuse. It could be verbal, it could be emotional or physical. So, yeah, talk about what a healthy relationship looks like and how to break off an unsafe one.
Okay, that's helpful. And is there anything else parents should know?
Well, I would just say again, in these conversations that I'm suggesting that you have, I would say stress to your kids that it's really important that you're with someone you are comfortable with. Again, talk about healthy conflict. Conflict is inevitable, but also talk about unhealthy conflict. And again, let them know that, as young people, these initial relationships are going to be learning experiences. They're not supposed to be your happily ever after stories. So I just think it's important for parents to, acknowledge that with their kids.
All right, Lisa, that's a lot of good information, really helpful information for
Thanks.
parents who have to deal with this. Um, and thanks everyone at home for tuning in. Until next time, this is the News Now Health Update.